Welcome back to the channel. Green Country Customs here. We're gonna be doing the a glide bait today in the live splatterback shad. We're not gonna waste any time. Let's get right to it. Let's go spray some paint. All right, we're gonna get started on our big belly shad here, and this is our live splatterback. So cool, real cool pattern. I think you guys will really enjoy this one. First thing we need to do is lay down some of this shiny stuff. I'll, like always, go over the paints I use at the end of the video. But we're just going to do a little bit of this chrome. And I'm going to go ahead and hit a little bit of that paintbrush tail. Go ahead and show you Green Stuff World chrome metal. And it acts and works like our Createx Quicksilver to me. Real quick drying bait or color. Gives a nice flash, and that's really what we're wanting to get out of this particular color. So obviously, it's not going to give us the same effect as it would if we had a gloss black undertone. But we're wanting this to be somewhat translucent of a pattern. So the next thing we're going to do is going to lay down a little bit of our undertone colors. Just wanting 2 or 3 rows of those high def scales with this in it. Could even go thinner down the back there, but just want to highlight a little bit of that lower jaw in this color. And it's going to take a few layers of this, but we'll lay down our very transparent magenta just below. It's in
your truck? Gotcha.
Those are some underlying colors. Again, super thinned. And what we're looking for is just a hint of that blue, a hint of that magenta. Alright, we're going to come in and do a little bit of shading around the eye. We're also going to hit a little bit of this color on the belly. And I want to get a little bit more of that darker color right there along the jaw. Sweet. All right, we need to come in there with a Shad dot. I want an irregular one. I'm going to come back just behind that gill about 1 or 2 scales. Just doing a little bit of shading on the back sides of those gills. Makes them look a little more prominent. Need to add a little bit more color to that one. Okay, that Looks good. Now, what I think really brings it to life, we're going to move that nozzle cap, cut the pressure back to 10, about 10 psi right here, and I'm going to lay some splatter in on the back. And this is going to be a little bit large or smaller, excuse me. I want that to kind of give us a little bit of coverage, smaller dots, so to speak, some smaller splatter. About 4 inches away from the bait, and then reduce it down to about 5 or 8 and get us a little bit larger splatter. That's a little too big. Bring it up just a little bit. And just let some of that splatter fall down the sides there. Go back over the top of some of the bigger droplets. Oh yeah. Hey, this one's going to catch some fish. Swim this by a boat dock here in a few weeks, maybe even right now. Get a good sunny day. Fish are out kind of chasing. I'm going to tell you what, that's a great little pattern. Only thing left I'm going to do is I'm going to crank our pressure back up. And I'm going to do a little bit of coloring on the tail. And then a little black on the top. Darken the nose up just a little bit. And that, folks, is our HD splatterback shad. Truly, truly a really good. And I tell you what, we need some realistic eyes. I got these eyes from Jetson. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, check these out. If you don't have any of these lifelike eyes, these things make the bait. Let's drop one of those on there and just give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. Yeah. Okay. Folks, I believe we have a winner. Tell me what you think of this pattern. It is tried and true. It is a very effective. I've always liked an old splatterback shad pattern. Back years and years ago when Bandit had the old splatterbacks, and they still do, whether it was a black splatterback, brown splatterback, those patterns just catch fish. I don't have the answer to why, but they do. So we're going to take some high def pictures. I'm going to tell you some of these colors are really going to pop when we get the clear coat on it. So stay around to the end, if you will, and watch the, I'll put up some good pictures with some better lighting than we have here. And leave comments, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what we could do. Those of you out there that paint these realistic looking shad patterns, tell me what we could do better. For you beginners out there, this is really not that difficult of a pattern. Some of the shading techniques, you can use mask and different things to help you with some of that, but really nice pattern. and it is a fish catcher. So until next week, Green Country Baits, we're signing out.